Today we are building a split screen game for mobile, and we're using the Godot framework. The game is called SplitRacers, and it's a little bit like Mario Kart meets Towerfall, if you've ever played that game. And we're just polishing up a few mechanics and getting ready for a beta release. If you're interested in trying out the game, jump into the Discord channel. There's a link below. Anyone who provides constructive feedback will get a free copy of the game on release, so your feedback will be appreciated in a monetary fashion, so remember that. Okay, so let's jump into the game and have a look at where we are at the moment. And I did say I was going to get our first test running over the weekend. Unfortunately, there are a number of multi-touch issues on Android which I've had to fix, which I think I consider game breaking, unfortunately, so I really don't want to ship out something that's broken in that sense. So okay, let me just get this audio sorted. Cool. Okay, hold on. Still having issues with that audio. It's to do with my capture card for some reason. Apologies. I've got this Elgato external capture card, but it for some reason screws up the audio from time to time when you're running it through the HDMI, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. I just have to restart. There we go. All right. Okay. So in the first phase of the game, players have to collect as many stars as they can, and the stars function a little bit like the rings in Sonic the Hedgehog. When you get hit, you lose a ring or a star, and there's a 50% chance that it will respawn. Otherwise, it gets destroyed permanently. So that's just to ensure that the game reaches a healthy end eventually. Okay, so we've got our ice weapon, which sucks everything in and freezes the player. I think the player is stuck here. Yeah, here we go. We've got our laser weapon, which So we've had to be quite economical with the controls. So because we are sharing the mobile, we only really have 3 buttons available to the players at any one time. But we're able to mitigate some of this with some trickery on the shoot button. So you can actually drag on the shoot button to aim. We've got the homing missile. Which is bouncy. What else do we have? We've got the ice missile goes behind yourself if you don't power it up to full. And of course we have the fire shield, which looks a little bit like this, which just sets the player on fire. So they lose stars over time. So it's like damage over time effect. And we need to update that announcer. And we just cycle randomly through the levels after every victory. And yeah, it's just a very simple, no frills, battle arena. It's all about that like quick and instant fun multiplayer, local multiplayer on the mobile. It's something unique, I think. Not many people, if anyone I know, is really doing. Cool. So the thing which I wanted to work on today, just to ensure that the test is up to scratch, is the control system. So we did add a little bit of that aim drag. However, I'm not sure that the aim drag is functioning quite as I expected it to. So we've got this process screen drag event, and I realized that we should only really be processing the screen drag when the finger that is causing the drag was the original finger that pushed the button. So that's something I added this morning, just in our after our testing. Cool. And I think I want to look at the way that the event is processed. So let's bring a desktop over here and open up Chrome. So we tried using the event drag distance, and that, I don't know, that seemed to not quite work the way we wanted it to. There's also speed, input, event, screen, drag, I think we're interested in. There we go. So the speed is obviously the speed of the event, but I'm not too sure what that really means, what that value means. We don't really have a time, so we've got to essentially go by the speed, which is unfortunate, I think. So at the moment, when we process this, we just provide the speed value in the Y coordinate. And when we go into our player, and we have where was it? In integrate forces, I believe, we have this apply torque impulse, right? That's not what we were meant to do. Huh. Oh yeah, sorry, the apply torque impulse. Alright, this is just the aim position. Okay, so we've got this sort of like aim drag variable somewhere. Hold on. Controls aim. Oh, we're just getting it straight from the controls. My bad. My bad. Okay. So this aim adjustment, I think, needs to be clamped. At a much smaller amount. And that aim drag multiplier is too much as well. Okay, let's give that a go. Just quickly make sure we get that sorted.
Collect stars and weapons. Missile. Phase 2. Fight.
Okay. So it seems quite slight on the PC. We could make it relative to the screen size, I guess.
Phase 1. Collect stars and weapons.
Why is that? Why is the changing the size bad?
Missile. Phase 2. Fight.
Yeah, it is. It isn't really a problem, I've noticed. The thing is that when you're shooting, because you're constrained to just normally 2 fingers. The way you sort of have to play is 1 thumb on each side. So you need to move 1 finger into the center anyway. And it's the better of 2 evils, unfortunately. But it does actually work. It's just that it spins too much on mobile. So that's not really feeling it. I wish. So it seems to be more pronounced on mobile. So maybe that is enough for us to test on mobile. I don't know. I'll have to go back to mobile testing in a bit and just make sure that that's working better on mobile. It's not an issue on PC, obviously, because you can continue to aim with your other fingers, but on mobile, yeah, we need that aim drag fixed. All right, so the next thing that I've noticed appears to be our score system, for some reason, isn't counting correctly. Yeah, it's just a reference to the game state, right? It is global, but it's just a reference to the game state. And we just grab it on ready. Because I don't want to get tree every time. Get node. I might as well just save that the reference, considering how often I access that. I see what you're saying. Okay, well, I'm not going to change it now. Otherwise, the code will... So you're saying that the class name game state like this, I can essentially use that in place of that. Let's test that assumption.